Okay then, Helldivers, we are back and we have got loads to go over today as the Galactic War is going exactly as we planned. Not only that, but we've got some very worrying news as Shams has started talking about the AR potentially being too powerful. Jojo gives us some information about the Speargun, and we have also got some responses upon some really large glitches and bugs. Not only that, but we've also got to take a look at some interesting factors coming from the dragonroach, because I don't actually think you're going to know this one. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful like button, subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. Make sure you check out our incredible sponsor, Instant Gaming, the platform where you can get your video games cheaper for PC and console with the best deals, offers, promotions, and discounts, all running up to 70% off on old and new games. Links in the description. And if you want to get involved with our giveaway, then we are giving away an array of super credits. It's very simple. Head down into the comment section and just put in a salute, because you Helldivers are absolutely hammering this game at the moment. Nonetheless, and with that being said, let's dive into the game and see what's happening right now in Helldivers 2. So starting off, we're on the Galactic War table, and there's a lot going on. As we can see right now, it's Saturday and Ocean is still available. Why is that the case? Well, because you Helldivers are absolutely ridiculous and genuinely managed to secure Hellmire yet again. What this does mean, though, on a positive spin-off, is that we now have Ocean with the Hive Lord and the Terminid new cave systems all weekend, so you can enjoy your content at hand, because, well, we earned it. You guys have been diving on Hellmire for the last 24 hours and managed to secure down a level 20 invasion, so a massive shout out to you guys. I can't wait to dive back in here. It's probably one of my favorite planets at the moment. With that being said, though, the Galactic War map is looking a little bit tiresome in terms of the major order. Collecting 350 million common samples and 200 million rare samples seems to be, well, just not happening at all. We've got 3 days remaining and we're only 30% of the way through. This was a long major order, man, so I would expect a fail coming from the books on this one. But let me know what you guys are thinking of the new content and whether you think we're going to complete that major order in the comment section below. Moving forward from that, though, we've got some concerning news as Shams puts in a message just yesterday with regards to the new AR rifle. Yep, the Coyote, the incendiary penetrating beast of a rifle that we're all enjoying. He states right here, I'm hearing we're liking the new AR. Just making sure that we're not liking it too much, are we? I've saw the memes on Reddit. Now, this is obviously leading into concerning factors, as yes, it does mean that the Arrowhead team are aware that it is overpowered. And then on top of that, we had a piece of info coming from Jojo that responded to the message, stating that the weapon was OP, stating, I'm afraid you can't hide everyone and their mum calling it OP, but I don't make the calls on balance. I can only bring attention to it. That aside, we're always monitoring how war bonds actually end up being used. So the biggest scare factor right now is that potentially we could have a nerf on the Coyote, which I believe nobody actually wants. For me, it's probably one of my favorite weapons to boot at the moment, with it being the first ever incendiary round AR rifle. This is a big one, and hopefully we don't get the nerf come through, but it does look like they are definitely looking into it. Let me know your opinions on the AR, the Coyote, and whether it is you think it's OP or not. Please don't nerf my baby. Please don't nerf it. In other news, though, some people have been asking about the Speargun and wondering what the AP values are, as there's not really been any info on it. And Jojo has secured that the spear rifle is at an AP 5, which is actually really helpful because this thing is an absolute beast. I've been running the Coyote with the Speargun and a hover pack, and I have just been enjoying my time tenfold. If you've not used it yet, you need to. I'm on my second video saying this, chat. I'm not messing around. It's such a good loadout. Moving on from that, though, there's been quite a few bugs, and we've had some responses coming from the community managers just recently. This first one states right here, asking Mitchimus if the generation glitch or if it's a brand new feature that cave nests for the Terminids can have bug holes generated on the ceiling. Apparently that's where they're popping up now. It was a really bad image, but you can see on the ceiling there is a lovely little bug hole that you, well, are not going to really be able to take out without a grenade launcher or grenade pistol. Hilarious, but yeah, that seems to be the case. Apparently, what Mitchimus is stating to that one is that it does seem like a kind of cool glitch, and asked them to report it in the Arrowhead Zendesk. So fingers crossed that won't be happening for much longer, because that is a really bad design. How it ended up there, though, I actually have no idea. Another one that we had was in regards to status effects, and somebody stated, I know y'all got more important stuff on your plate right now, but the status effect fix from a few months ago really did a number on fire, gas, and arc weapons. Are there any plans to restore them to their former glory, which I believe we would all absolutely love, especially with the Coyote coming into play? But Jojo states right here, I actually talked to some designers about this yesterday. We're looking into what the fix did to the balance of those weapons, especially, say, the de-escalator, which, yes, is genuinely needed. The de-escalator for me wasn't overly overpowered, but it was quite an enjoyable way of dealing with crowd control. Unfortunately, though, right now, it doesn't seem to be working as intended, so fingers crossed they genuinely do fix that one. And some really funny, informative pieces on the Reddit right now, as somebody actually put up a hilarious clip that some of you guys may not have known you can do with the dragonroaches. You can actually block the dragonroach's breath with a ballistic shield. These guys right here managed to cover one person so they could fire off a quasar. Absolutely brilliant tactic. I can't believe that genuinely works, but yes, if you want to go ahead and utilize your ballistic shield, you can block the dragon's breath. And as a funny clip to pop towards the end, and a little bit of love for the creator of it, DJ Chats, this is right here, a Hellbond tribute for the dragonroach. An amazing clip, and it must have taken a little while, but well done to you. That one is cracking. Nonetheless, though, we're going to take a look at your top comments from the previous video, as we went over quite a few things just yesterday with regards to the game, including some massive changes, a decrypted message that actually went through inside of the Discord from a weird hidden event that they had actually set up. It was quite a good watch, so if you want to go and check it out, links down in the description, or head over to the channel. We post up every single day. And we also talk about the fact that the gloom is shrinking, which is nothing but positive vibes, right? I mean, it's got to be positive vibes. So let's take a look at what it is you had to say. This first one right here states, mechs should have a handle on the back for allies to ride on the back and use their sidearm to cover their backs. Now, I actually think this would be such a brilliant move. For me personally, the mechs are really underused, and I think this brand new cave system and the way that the dragonroaches play out has genuinely brought mechs out of their shell quite a lot more and made them a lot more viable. So I would absolutely love to have a handle on the back and have a Helldiver just hanging off the edge shooting their sidearm. Would be hilarious. Could you imagine that with an ultimatum? Big booms everywhere. Next up, we have this one right here that states, there are people using resupply pods impacting Hive Lords and tracking their movement on the map, almost like Jaws movies and The Boys. Now, this is genuinely so damn clever, and I believe they will probably end up making it so that you can't do that. But yeah, if you put a resupply pod on top of a Hive Lord, obviously the resupply pod locates and tracks around the map so you can see exactly where it is. So if it's moving, well, naturally it will move. A very clever aspect and something I didn't expect to see Helldivers actually do, but yeah, you can genuinely do it. So feel free to go ahead and let me know if you two manage to pull that one off. And finally, this one states right here, highly enjoying the new Warbond. Coyote and Speargun are goated, but the main gotta fix the bugs, especially with objectives. I've done 3 nuke nursery missions, and 2 of them became impossible because the nuke would get stuck on the ceiling, making it impossible to complete the mission. The new expansion is super fun, but it gets bogged down by things like this. Now, this is absolutely the case. I have seen quite a few problems happening just recently with regards to this, and for me, myself, I've done the nuke nursery missions, and one of them will always be inside of the cave, and if you pull it down, it will generally land on top of the actual cave structure. It's really annoying and so damn not helpful. We've managed to sometimes pull off getting me up there to be able to utilize the nuke nursery, but it's not seeming to be a easy venture. Maybe if you've got a hover pack, you can just jump up there at one stage, but it takes some time to achieve, that's for sure. So if they could fix that one, it's definitely needed. Even then, at the moment, I recommend probably just even taking it out of rotation because it is extremely broken. Nonetheless, unfortunately, that's all we've got time for today. If you want to feature on the next video for the top comments, make sure you put something relative to this video in the comment section below. The top voted will make its way into the next one. So thanks again for watching, guys. Like, subscribe, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.